on that particular work order. Then we have work order types. So depending upon the requirement, depending upon the industry you're working with, you might have to specify the work order types. Maybe say, for example, I'm providing a solution to a landscaping firm which provide landscape. So it could be like landscaping services. So work order type could be landscape, could be plantation. So those steps can be your work order types. Maybe I'm working with a company which provides the printer solution. So printer inspection, installation, preventive maintenance. So those can be the work order types. Work order statuses. So waiting for the parts, ready to dispatch. So what is the current status of a particular work order? Appointment confirmed, building estimates. If I want to add a new work order status, I can simply click on new and specify the detail here. So name, system status. So this is system status, and then what values do I want to specify over there? So I can specify among these. Then I have service task type. It could be steps. So to say, for example, to complete a particular printer service, I might have to follow certain steps. So for example, I might have to replace the toner first, or maybe clean the printer assembly, and then replace the toner, and it could be finial test at the end. Right? So what steps? So those steps can become your task type here. So what is the type of task which you have to do? So those types you can define here. Then you have incident types. So these are actually the work, or you can say these are the job types which you have to do. So these kind of jobs you have to do in the field service. So what kind of jobs? So it could be maybe say maintenance call. It could be some services down. Maybe say for example, install the IoT. The camera is down. The MRI cycle is too long. So this is from the healthcare industry. And printer is facing issue. Replace the peripheral part. Samsung printer service due. So thermostat is broken. So these are the various job types which your organization have to do. And then we can have under each job type or the incident type or the work which one has to do, we define what kind of work order type it is. So I say diagnostic and repair. It could be maybe say if it is a service call, it should be maintenance. How much is the estimated duration? I can specify that. Then products. So okay. So when you do some service, you might require some product parts which needs replacement, which will be chargeable. So those parts you can add here under the new incident type product. That means we would need a product part which would be chargeable to the customer. Then under services, we'll provide details about what services will be providing. Maybe say installation services, configuration services. And when I talk about maintenance, so it would be like cleaning of, or maybe it will be cleaning the printer assembly, say for example, when we talk about the printer. So any tasks which require some labor will come up here. Then service tasks are the service steps which one has to do. So these are the steps which one has to do to complete this particular job or work. So read diagnostic codes, diagnose the issue, perform the repair, and then test and validate. So these are tests, or these are individual checklists you can say, or service tasks which are required to complete this particular incident type. So products, these are chargeable parts which will be charged. Service is a service which you will be providing, which you'll be charging for. And service tasks are the steps. Then you have characteristics related with, so just open this. So I can see the skill type required is assembly repair. And there is another skill which is required is assembly diagnosis. So these are two skills required for this particular job type or the incident type. Then I have notes and then I have related information as well with this. So that's what I do. All right, so let's start with this. So let's quickly create some service task type. So maybe I'm talking about the printer. So I'll just say printer clean assembly. Then it asks how much time will it take. So okay, it takes 1 hour to do that. And then just click on save. So any additional information you want to specify, you can specify it in the notes. Save and close. Another one. Say printer, I will say toner. Again, save and close. Then test. Again, save and close. Right now, I've created some task type. Now I will go to incident type, which is also the work or the job types which one has to do. Just click on new and I'll say for example, I talk about printer installation. So I've received a new job for printer installation. I'll just click on detail tab here. So what type of work order it is? So work order type. So just search and it is install or replace. It's a new installation. Then I'll go to products. You just have to save it before. So just save it. So now I have this option coming up. I'll say, okay, new, what do you want to do? So since this is installation, I might have to take the printer along with me. So I'll say printer and the product name. So printing machine, quantity is 1, and I'll just click on save and close. So if I just refresh here, that will show up here. So for the installation, what I need is I need a new printing machine. Then I'll go to service. So what kind of services will I need? So printing service fee. Maybe I have some installation service defined, so I can specify that as well. So I'm using the same service for installation. And then I'll do another one for So I'm using the maintenance service again for the configuration. I can specify the minutes required also. Maybe say 45 minutes is required. I can say 7 close. And if I refresh here, so those, I can see those now services are coming up here. So all these services will be chargeable. So these are chargeable service. So let's go back and define some. Okay, go back. No problem. Next, I will go to service task. So which task do I have to do? So I'll say okay, or the steps which I have to do there. Okay, so name of the step and then task type I can specify. So first is maybe say clean assembly, or maybe if I have a task, install and clean, save and close. So what's next? Again, new incident type. What I'll do is I'll just click on add new toner. And here I'll choose replace toner. Estimated duration, 15 minutes. Save and close. And add one more quickly. And the task type is the finial test. And how much time required again is maybe 15 minutes. So just select that and click on save and close. So I'll just refresh here. So I can see what I've added is I've added these steps. So to do a printer installation, I would require these products, these services, these tasks should be performed, and then what kind of characteristics are required to do this task. So I'll say, okay, characteristics required is I need maybe a person who is implementation specialist. Okay. Search from the available ones. Okay. Say, so the spelling mistake. So that's implementation specialist is required. And you click on save and close. So that's fine. Then notes related with this particular incident type. And then I have related option. If I would like to more information about any of these, I can add. And then click on save and close. So I've created this new incident type, which is printer installation, which needs these product, services, and task. Next is I'll go to service, and I have option which says work order here. So just click on that. You click on new here. That's a new work order which I want to define. Then you have to specify the company for which you want to perform this function for. Maybe say that's this company, for example. Then you specify the order type, work order type, select and it should be installation. And do you want to use the same price list? So okay, I'm okay with default price list, that's fine. Scroll down, what is the primary incident type? So printer installation, and primary incident duration is 1.5 hours. In the settings, what should be the priority? Priority is moderate. And any time promised to the client, I would say, okay, on 3rd it is promised between 8 a.m. to maybe say in between 4 p.m. I'll just click on save. It says sales text code required. I'll just make it textable as no, and then we'll save it. Then for this work order, do I need to add a new work order product? If yes, I can specify that information here. I'll just keep it blank for now. But okay, we wait for some time after, because I've selected that the printer installation up here. Automatically, I will be able to see some services, some service tasks. So service tasks I can see are here now. Services might also come after some time, so it's there. Products, I will just see, yes, the product is also here now. Then the address is Spain, I can see. The location, latitude, and everything is mentioned here. So I've created a work order for this particular company, which is Basto Sales, and the incident type or job type is printer installation. Right. So this way I can create a work order, and then I can do bookings for these work orders. I can search for some selected resources, and I can tell, okay, this work order to be done by a particular person. So you can see, if I click on book from here, it will open up a place from where I can, so I can see work location on site. I can do some filter kind of thing from here. So you can, there's no resource, so I can see there's no resource that meets this search criteria. Please modify your search and try again. Right. So depending upon the I can retry. So I can see now this particular user is now available. So I can select and then click on book to complete this particular activity. So I'll just close it for now. So what we are concerned, this particular module is about creating the incident types and creating a work order. Okay, just give me a second. So any question, anyone? So task one is so go to the service task type first, and then click on new button. So you have to clean 3 service task type. One is clean printer assembly, then replace toner and finial test, and specify duration as 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and 15 minutes. To go to service task type, you have to go to settings, and under work order, you have that option up here, which is service task type. So you can create. So complete task one. So you have 3 minutes to complete this exercise. Task one. Field service product type. Okay. So that means when you have created the product type, in which tab you are talking about services?
Products, sir.
Okay. So say, for example, this is my product. And in the field service, you have to mention here it to non-inventory. So make sure that open your product from here and then just make sure that you change this value.
Okay, sir.
Maybe you can create a new one because this is coming as locked. You can create a new one and specify that value too, right?
Sir, characteristics tab is in resources, no, sir?
Which step you are on?
18.
Okay, do Control Z.
19. Select the characteristics tab. So that's from resources tab, right?
No, so that's the, you go to incident type. So that's the tab, characteristics tab.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so what I will do is,
Then in 15th step, we have to go to products, right? Their services
in the,
is, yes, sir.
in 15 steps, so
Sir, actually in services, we don't have option of quantity and product. In products, we have quantity and product.
okay, just give me a second.
Okay.
Okay, so we're talking about this here.
Yes, sir. In
Service is basically something which we need to deliver, which needs some labor resources. Service tasks are the steps. So these are just the steps which you need to follow. So these are not related with any monetary value. These are just related with the duration, and this is just used to calculate how much duration will be required to complete this particular incident type. The fees, just give me a second. Yes, this should either go into the service task or in the product. So in case, so you can add it under service if required. So I will just click on here, and here you can see, so you can specify the unit. So here you can add it, that particular service automatically, because services you define. So don't have to define the quantity for the service. You can just add it under service, right? You just don't define this thing. You can define the time which is required. That's it.
Sir, can you change the font size of 12 and all, because it's not seen?
Okay. I thought everyone is done till there. So you have done till 11.
Did, sir.
Which
Sir?
step you've done? Till which step you are done with?
I'm in services, sir. I should create services. Sorry, products.
So which step actually, if you are aware?
Service tasks, sir. Service tasks. No, wait, sir. I think something changed. Yes, sir, this side. I'm on the 12th point. I'll do it. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
And it will open me an interface. So here also, if I see, I have this option. And then I have list of the work orders below, I can see a small arrow on the map with a question mark which says this is my requirement, right? And if I just zoom in, I can see some buildings image here, icon here, which are my OU, organization units. So these are my offices, for example, and this is one resource which I have, which is Edgar, which is a contact nearby this particular location. So based upon the address which have been specified, I'm able to see this user up here. Similarly, if I want to search it for some other resource, so we say enter a valid location for the selected requirement. So if the location is not valid, it's fine. For the last requirement, I can see it is located up here. I can zoom in, zoom out on the map, and then have a look at that where exactly this location is. That's somewhere in Spain. So do I have some resource nearby? So if I have a bookable resource nearby, that will be shown up here, right? So directly from the map, I can have a look at that. Then I have certain panes here. So here I have filter and map view pane on the left hand side. At the bottom, I have the booking requirement pane. And then towards the right, I have the details pane, which will show the details of a particular booking which is required. So I can see the name of booking is this. From date to date has not been specified yet. Duration is this. Priority is moderate. Time from this to this, which is promised. And the status is active, and I have to resolve it. Again, I can just click on search to find out some resources. So if you have certain content, it's a bookable resource which meets the criteria of this particular booking requirement, it will show up here. You can do drag and drop, or you have this option which will also show you the list view of different users up here. Or maybe if you click this, you have this option which says find availability. I've selected this. I'll just click on this icon, which is find availability. So automatically based upon the requirement, it will suggest if there are any resource which can do this. Or I will just remove this option just to see if after removing I get some option. So it says there is no resource that meets the search criteria. Please modify this search. So again, depending upon what option is required, what maybe say I just scroll down, or maybe I'll just click on back again, and just select the other requirement, which is this one, and we'll click on find availability from here. I'll just remove these two as well, just see. Yes. So if I remove those requirements, I can see I have these resources. But if I have a contact with those resources, maybe say if I want to search down on different requirement, I can do that as well. Maybe electrical. Then again, click on search. So these are the person which have. Then again, say remove the other one, click on search. So I will be able to see this resource I can select on a particular time slot here and then click on book. So just click on book from here. Automatically you can see booking created successfully. Now if I go to bookings here, I will be able to see that booking up here. And if I click on the resource, maybe I double click on this record, it will open up. That's my bookable resource booking. Details about scheduling, what I have to do, what field service parameter, and the other thing. So resource requirement is this, booking status is scheduled. So that's my resource requirement. If I click on that, it will just tell me what's my resource requirement, what skills required. So project service, fields, everything. So that's the way how I can commit a booking, or I can create a booking. So either I can go to work order, click on a particular work order, and click on book from here. That's one way. From here I can book, or I can go to the schedule board. Then click on a particular, so these are open requirement. Then we have unscheduled activity requirement, unscheduled work orders. So I'll be able to see those options here. So others have already been scheduled. Maybe say this is the one which have not been scheduled yet. I'll just click on again, find availability. So I've selected this, and then I'm clicking on find availability. Depending upon the available resources, so now I can see a lot of resources which are available to complete this particular work order. So I can select any of the particular time, and then I can click on book. If I want to change the date, end date, maybe the start time, the end time, and so on. So I can also see that I can specify, okay, start time could be, he might take half an hour to reach there. Trial time is this, and then end time is this. And I'll say, okay, book. So those kind of booking can be done using schedule book, or I can go to see whatever booking have been done. I can see it here. And if I want to view the open work orders, so active work orders, or maybe unscheduled work orders, so I can have a look at them too. So you can see this is my work order. So status is scheduled, sorry. So status is scheduled. So it's scheduled on 3rd, maybe tomorrow it's scheduled at 7:30 and will end at 8:30. Duration is 1 hour, capacity is 1, resource is this. If I want to change the source, I can do it from here. Then other information related with the field service, will be able to see it here. So this way I can create a work order. I can book a available resource using schedule board, or by going to a work order and then clicking on book. So just open your work order which you have just created, or maybe click on schedule board. Just click on schedule board and select your work order from this pane and click on find availability. So I can see I have 3 contacts up here which are available to do this particular job as per the characteristics which is required, which is rating. Right? Just select a particular time slot here and then click on book. If there is no record coming up, then you can modify the search criteria to see if some other resource, after modifying the search criteria, some resource appears, right? And then just click on a particular resource time and then click on book. So just complete this activity. So 5 minutes to complete this activity.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, in modification, what changes we can do, sir?
Here.
Yes, sir. Sir,
So,
actually no request is coming up.
Okay, so you can just search for the characteristics rating which is coming up here. You can specify that maybe if you want to change the date, then you can change the date up here, then try to search. So I can see I've changed the date criteria and I can see a lot more records. And I can see the radius as well, which is shown up here.
Yes, sir.
Right, if I want to change that, I can do that as well. I can also change all resources, maybe resources visible on board, different. So I can go to a map view as well and see which resources are nearby that particular location. That also I can do.
Sir, the map is not enabled in my that. It is showing you have to go to administration setting and you have to enable.
Okay, right. So if you have to enable the map, go to settings and scroll down. Field security settings. And let's see. Okay. Okay, let me just check. Just give me a second.
Sure, sir.
Okay. I'll just check and we'll let you know from where to enable the maps.
Okay, sir.
So, okay. So you can, what you can do is in your case, simply go to service and then you can maybe just go to the work orders here and maybe schedule board if even the map is not enabled. Then you might have this option. Just check that you might have these, and then you can search for a particular availability, and then you can just remove some of the maybe characteristics rating and just try clicking on search again. And once you get the resources, just select on a particular time and then click on book.
Sir, after modification also I'm not getting any resources.
Okay, maybe try changing the date. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe because you have created a contact which is yourself, which is a bookable resource, which is like far away from the location which you have selected. That's fine. So either you can change radius or maybe you can just try to remove other settings. So whenever you find a resource, just select that and then click on book. So here you have that setting, the map setting. So go to resources here, and at the bottom you have scheduling parameters. And just click on that, then click on this resourcing schedule, and then you have that option here. So connect to map, then click on save. Just try this thing, and then from here you can even change the default radius. Maybe I want to make it 200. I can do that as well. So what other options do we have here? So resource bold refresh interval, auto update booking travel, and then geodata information, which I have it here related to that, and then click on, so just connect to maps, yes, and then click on save and close. Also, if I go to my change service, work orders, so say, for example, if I have multiple resource nearby a particular location where I have to do a particular work order, we'll just go click on the schedule board again. So directly on the map, if I click on map here, say if I zoom in, so I can see I have a resource here. Then I have resource requirement also, which is nearby. I can see the requirement is A Datum Corporation, which is nearby to this particular resource, which is available. And then directly from here, I can have this option which says show traffic. So I can also see traffic in a particular area. So before scheduling a resource, I can directly see the traffic also, the live traffic, and how's the traffic in a particular area. Do I have a resource nearby who can quickly go there? So those kind of things I can schedule it directly from this scheduling board. I can further zoom in. So I can see now how's the traffic at a particular area directly from this particular maps up here. So I can see some roads are closed up here. Maybe they are, yes. So I can also this can also consider the traffic as well. So considering that traffic, we can do some kind of booking up here, right? So any question, anyone? If I want to have a default filter, maybe say I want to just filter a resource which has this characteristic, I can just click on search. So it will just show on the map. I can see someone here, which is a resource. And I can see another resource which is here. So I can simply click on that. I can see the details. I can open a particular resource directly from here. I can see that's a resource booking for me. And from here also I can see the other details. So directly from the field service tab, I can see what characteristics does this particular resource has. And then if I'm done, I can just close it. Maybe I want to look at some other resource, I can select that. Again, I can just click on this name here and then just click on field service. And I can see this also has that particular characteristics which are required. That's the booking. I can see the status is scheduled, so I'm okay with that. So this way I can directly find out on particular map which resources are located where and how do you want to schedule them. So any questions, anyone? So we can break for tea. It's 3:50 right now, so we can break till 4 or 5, and then we'll do the agreement part.